All right, everyone, good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us for PhotoBiz Live. My name is Adam, and I'm part of the PhotoBiz team here today. And today we're going to have an awesome webinar. Joining us is Lew Everling. He's out of Cedar Falls, Iowa, and he's going to give us a great webinar all about engaging your clients with YouTube. Lew's an absolute fantastic photographer and speaker. We love him here at PhotoBiz, and we're really excited about this webinar. Lew's going to be showing us all about how to create your own channel, how to engage viewers with the content that's tailored to their interest, and also how to, because YouTube is the second largest search engine, how to really benefit from that. So we're really pumped about this webinar. Can't wait to hear what all Lew has to say about it. So we're really excited. With that said, I want to turn everything over to Lew, and Lew, take it away.
All right, thanks, Adam. Thanks so much. That was a wonderful introduction. I tell you, my check's in the mail. So anyway, I appreciate that. It's always good to be here and working with PhotoBiz. So we're going to talk about a few things. And first of all, I know that there are many folks that are struggling because of the weather down in some of the southern states, Missouri and Arkansas and Alabama and stuff. So my heart goes out to you guys, to everybody there. If you've been through a tornado myself and some of that, and it's really awful. So big heartfelt shout out to everybody who's dealing with that. But YouTube is just a wonderful way to get involved, and now I see I have a technical error right off the bat. So there we go. We're moving. So yes, there we go. Don't forget to ask questions. The hashtag PhotoBizLive. Big shout out and thank you to all the folks at PhotoBiz. They are just one of the most wonderful companies I've ever worked with, the passionate support team there and the entire staff. So feel free to tweet at PhotoBiz or follow me at LewCrew, and then soon you can check out our YouTube channels too. I hope you're all happy. Getting into spring here, it's kind of nice out there from time to time. So it's been seemed to be the longest winter ever. But why do you want to have a YouTube channel? Well, it's one to promote and engage potential clients and your current clients with some exciting content. You can help build your brand awareness with timely product launches and more. Some of those things that you see occasionally, the sneak peeks and the so-called leaks, are really intentional type things done via a variety of different YouTube channels and video aspects. There's also some other things like Vimeo, Wistia. There's some great hosting sites out there too, but we're gonna talk primarily today about YouTube because, one, it's free, so it doesn't cost you anything, and there are some great elements on that. You can use the YouTube analytics to engage your viewers' insights also with some viewer data and some of their viewing habits, so it's pretty powerful. You can also leverage your Google Plus account and your YouTube channel to build your viewership. It'll build yourself and your search content, and like we said, when Adam made the comment about YouTube is the second largest search engine today, and I don't know how many times I've YouTubed how to find out how to fix something, from a car headlight to even various Photoshop tips. It's there, and it's just readily available. There's a lot of things on YouTube to help you fill that out. So we're just going to go with a few stats. This will really show you why that you need to be on YouTube. It also helps drive traffic to your regular website also, but YouTube's second largest search engine. 100 million people view online videos each day. That's pretty large amount of people you can find there. 72 hours of video are uploaded every minute to YouTube. Your website is 15 times more likely to appear in the first page of a search engine when it contains some video. So it's huge. It's really helped us in many ways build our PhotoBiz website up to the front page. And and we're not number one yet, but you could say that we own the first page because we're on there 4 to 5 times most of the time in various searches. 75% of viewers visit the marketer's website after viewing a video. So we're going to show you some ways to integrate some annotations into your video to force them to kind of go over to your website. You can do that in there. And when you spend almost 17 minutes watching online videos per day, it's easy to get hooked into something else, and then you find yourself looking at other things. We're going to go just through a few more stats because I want to show you why you should be there. And then we'll go live with a demonstration here shortly. Viewers get a better understanding of your product, 74% of that. in 30 days, more video content is uploaded to YouTube than the 3 major television networks have produced in 30 years. So you can see it must be working for people, or they wouldn't be doing it. And like I say, it's free, but free isn't really free anymore. It does take time. And if you look at some of the things that are being produced if you look at Kmart, they're producing actual commercials to put on YouTube just for that purpose. There were several Super Bowl type commercials that were, the band from Super Bowl TV commercials. You can spend a lot of time watching those right on YouTube, and there's some great stuff out there. So people have put a lot of money into well-produced content for this. After watching a video, your visitors are 64% more likely to purchase. So it really can clarify what you do and build yourself up. 80% of your online visitors will watch a video, whereas 20% actually read the entire content. So I have my days where there are days I want to watch something about it. There are also days I want to skim an article, but it is now. Now the biggest stat that really floored me is the real estate listings with a video receive 403% more inquirers than those without. Think about that for those that might be in the real estate business. How much does that increase your opportunity to sell something if you're getting that many more inquirers? One of the things we want to talk about too is there are no rules when it comes to making great content. There's stuff on there that's as corny as can be, but they have 1 million followers. So sometimes the funnier, the more engaging you can get with that, the better off you are. It's crazy some of the stuff that's out there. But yet it's humorous. The annoying orange is another funny one. But kids love it, adults love it. There's some funny stuff sometimes. It's silly, but it's silly stuff produced by somebody. And then you can work your analytics off that, or your AdWords, your AdSense. You can actually make money off of these things. So there's many ways to drive traffic to wherever you're going and build sponsorship. So that's where you want to put your thinking cap on and get creative with whatever you're doing. So your YouTube is going to consist of your Google account, if you've already got one. Many have a Google Gmail account. They have the G+ account. We're going to talk about the account creation here. We're going to show you that. And then you got some things. You always want to make sure you have the calls to action, subscribe, some things like watch more. Encourage people to leave comments, and that also helps you out in many ways. So just want to say thanks again to PhotoBiz. Those guys are awesome. Everybody there, guys and gals. I don't want to discriminate there, but everybody is it's just so wonderful what we get from them. So when you get ready to do your channel icon, if you guys tweet me about this, I can send you the sizes later too. I have a little PDF that I've created that you can download. You can just tweet at Lew Everling or at Lew Crew. Anyway, the channel icon needs to be 800 by 800 pixels. And then your channel art, which is going to be kind of your header, is 2560 by 1440. And then I always suggest having a channel trailer too. This is lets you feature your channel to non-subscribers, and you can put in an annotation, and you can urge them to subscribe to your channel via other things if they're watching another video that's very similar to yours in your description, your channel trailer can come up in their feed. And that'll encourage you to watch that. So it's pretty interesting how that works. And we'll go through a few different pages that we admin that we have of our own. We have a couple different channels actually, and we're going to create one of our new ones just for the photography world as well. Thumbnails, these are the things that you can upload a custom thumbnail to your video. You can put the little play sign on top of it so it looks like a play. It's a high-res 640 by 360. And the reason why we suggest a custom thumbnail is to build your branding, and maybe it'll pick a couple images out of your video. If you've got one that's satisfactory, that's great. Sometimes it picks one where maybe a person has their mouth open, or it's just not, especially if you got 2 or 3, if all your thumbnail selections are of people, they may be talking, they may have their eyes closed, they may have this or that. We suggest if you're going to do that, shoot a photo of them, a nice portrait, or whatever it may be is seen, or maybe it's just your branding and your logo, but that gives that little play indicator. You can upload that then and put the custom thumbnail on there. So we're going to take this and we're going to go live and actually just set up an account. We're going to set up a new account. And unfortunately, I don't have, I'm going to break one of my rules. I don't have all of our graphics ready for this new channel, so I'm going to plug in some other graphics that I have, and then I will put in the new ones later once we get that all finished. But you'll see here's our studio channel, and it's got the logo there. We got here. You got the header, and then, of course, I've got links to all these other avenues they can find us, so that's nice that Google and Facebook will play nice to here, as well as Twitter and Instagram. And then you'll see some of the videos that we have that are up here. This is for our Muse photo design. These are some of the videos that we've liked and that we've shared around. These are from people we subscribe to. This is where that's at. So when we want to, if you already have a YouTube account and you want to create a new one, or this still kind of works the same way. So I'm going to go to all my channels, and these are the channels that I admin. So now then what we're going to do is I'm just going to say I want to create a new channel. And now, of course, the internet's going to slow. So this is going to be, we're going to name it here. So this is where you will name your channel. And this is where we're going to do all of our video work and our tutorials that we're going to have. So encourage everyone to subscribe to the Muse Studios channel, because we're going to put various Photoshop marketing tips, techniques up here with another new project that we're working on coming up down the road. So we'll just click create, and there we go. We have that. It'll give you a tour. You can take that tour if you want, or you can X out of that. We're going to kind of go through that slowly here. So now we have this. We're going to upload our channel icon. We're going to edit that. And now what it's done for us is it's created, because Google and YouTube are tied together so closely now, G+, it automatically created a new G+ account for us through there. So I'm going to have to, this is where we have to upload the file from. So we're going to come over here. I have a folder designed for Muse Studios, and we're going to use this one temporarily until I can plug in all my others. Now what it's done is it's automatically created our G+ account. And another little secret I would suggest is I would embed in Photoshop, embed your information, your metadata into this file that you upload. That'll help put some keywords and some ideas into the web for where you are. So we could say something about our new photo if we wanted to. I don't need to do that yet. I'll just put that up there. It's going to share our first post on Google+. Since we're not talking about Google+ today, I'm not going to get into all of the other intricacies there. But see the way that falls? It's perfect. It comes into that little round icon up there for the G+. We'll change that later. Now this can take a few minutes to actually show up inside there. It can take as long as 4 hours for it to show up inside there. So now we're going to take and put in our YouTube art here. Now I'll put this up in here, and then we can edit that. Now here's what it does, is it's going to show you how it's going to look on TV, desktop, and mobile. So now I'm going to adjust this crop just a little bit. And this is what's kind of hard for us. We have to actually kind of work this around. So you'll have to kind of play with this, and I didn't get that done just right. So you can work this image here to however you want it to lay out. And then if you get it to fall inside this non-shaded area, that's what it's going to look like on everything. That's kind of your safe zone for stuff. So for right now, for this purposes, I'm just going to leave it this way so that it's actually set up for TV, and we won't worry about it just yet. I will readjust that later, and then when we have our final icon, I'll get that perfected into where that needs to go so that it shows up everywhere. And you see this still has it. Now what happens is we get the notification you have added a channel to your account. So everything is set up and ready to go here. And then what I'll do is we can go right into our settings here. Oops. And we can actually look at this. There's another thing. It'll suggest what to watch. But once you fill in all your information, it will give you some ideas. So what maybe you want to subscribe to, and then make some playlists. you will come into here and we'll fill out your channel description. This is what it's going to be. So we would fill this in, and basically we're just going to put in here Muse Studios, and then I will fill this out later. I'm not going to take up all the time today to put in our information, but we'll fill that in, what this is going to be, and then I'll put, of course, that, and then one-stop shopping for video production, Photoshop tutorials, and marketing information. It will be something along that line, so we'll end up putting that in there later. And then, but one of the things I've seen so many times before, make sure you fill out the information too, because if you leave that blank, it doesn't help people find you. So one of the worst things that can happen is to say, I take pictures or this or that. It's so general, nobody's really going to find you. So we want to, if throwing a needle into a haystack isn't bad enough, we want to narrow your haystack down or give yourself a bigger needle so people can find you. One of the other things you want to definitely do is put in your links. Add these custom links in here. So maybe you want to put your Facebook page or, find us on the website. And so you have a full-blown web. We'll just put in our information there. And if I can remember how to get my fingers to work. So we can add that in there. Then we'll add in our social links. Maybe we want to put in, you'll see here, they let you put in your Facebook page. You can add your Tumblr blog. You can put all of these things, your LinkedIn page, anything you want to connect to, your WordPress. I highly suggest that. Say you want to put in Twitter there. So we would actually do that. We would put in anything we want to do. We're going to put that in there and make sure you build those links. And I will go into one of our finished accounts here soon and show you exactly what that looks like. Now then, if you want to put, you can share your thoughts on here so you can create discussions. It's another good thing. It's just like making a statement. New playlists. These are where you're watching or you browse or subscribe to other studios or other channels. You'll basically add your information in there. You definitely want to, make a playlist, especially if you've created content. This is what suggests to others to watch. Put your own content on a playlist and then title that playlist. So you would say new and then put maybe our favorites, or you would title that with something to help people find you, and then that gives them a reason to go there. There's where your videos would be. This is where that's at. So now we have all that. You see kind of the basic setup there. That's all there is to just setting up a YouTube channel. It's really, really easy. So if you log back in and you forget where to go, you can go right back here, and that'll take you to the description. You can go to there, describe your channel, and then you can click up here to edit. So now that that's created, we'll go back to the dashboard and see if our logo, we haven't uploaded any videos yet, so not going to really worry about that right now. We'll go back to our video manager, and then of course it's not going to show you anything. We'll go back to one of the channels there. Here's some settings that you can go to, and you want to set these up. So we can verify this. Click to verify that. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to have you can have them call you with an automated voice message or text it to you. Very simple way to verify. This is lets you know that you're in good standing. So far we haven't uploaded anything, so we haven't had a chance to offend anyone. So now we don't. Copyright strikes. If they think you've uploaded music that's copyrighted, there'll be a notifications in here. If you want to upload videos longer than 15 minutes, you can do that. You just have to enable there. And there again, we'll have to verify our account. So once we do that, and then we can, once you hit 1,000 subscribers, you can enable paid subscriptions, so they can log in and through like an authorized.net or PayPal, various connections there, they can pay to get if you want to sell tutorials and things. Unlisted and private videos, let you have private videos. If you want to have a private video that's password protected, you can do that. You can also enable live streaming events, so you can do that through your Google Hangout basically, and then broadcast to your YouTube channel. So that's pretty good. fun thing to do. We can do what I'm going to do is come into Fan Finder then. If you come into Fan Finder, this is where you would you select the channel ad. When you've uploaded your videos, you can promote your channel to others, like it says here, others that most likely may love your videos at no cost to you. So this is a great way to pick up additional fans to your page. You want to also then make sure you have those call to actions to bring those people in to subscribe when they see your video if it comes up. So like here, this is a sample of a channel ad. You can click on that. It'll show you how to build it. It's very simple to do, and it's worthwhile because then it comes up in other people's feeds. Your advanced modes, we want to make sure we are in the right country, so we want to come into here, and let's see, you've got to hit the right areas, and there we go. So we'll hit that, and then we would build in our keywords. This is another thing that's going to be absolutely beneficial for you. Make sure you got your keywords there ready to go, and then you can save those. Do we want to put an AdWords account? Maybe we have an AdWords account. We can link that in there to promote it through there and track those type things. We can link that up. Channel recommendations. You can choose whether or not you want to allow YouTube to make a recommendation. So it's up to you. If you want to display your accounts, you can do that. If you want to, you can also get your Google Analytics number in there and create an analytics account to just track specifically this. Now Google has some very nice analytics right inside this, and with one of our finished channels we'll take a look at that as well. So you can choose all that and however you want to set that up, and then you can just save there. This is the other analytics aspect. So right now, because we're a brand new channel, we don't have any things published yet or any videos up. We'll do that, but we'll go check those out on another aspect. So with that said, we'll just actually move right over to one of our finished channels, and then we'll go there. Let's go here real quick. We got some fun, engaging stuff here, and it's Red Barn Market, and they sell a lot of fresh organic vegetables, also a nursery, so there's a lot of cool things there. So some of the stuff that we're subscribed to through this channel is, of course, the Muse and some video editing things that we do. So all these little things here are shown in this. But I can come over here to my channel, and then of course there's my videos. You can check those out. There, I still need to finish off the web links and some other things. I haven't added a channel trailer for here yet, but just this is relatively new. It's only about a month, 2 months old, and that we've been building videos on here for them, and it's really helped them in many ways. This popcorn video right here went out the other day. They sold out of the microwave popcorn poppers in 48 hours. So nobody knew they had them until we popped that up there, and people were just finding it randomly. And then one of my clients I showed the video to while photographing a doctor's office. They bought 8 of them for their offices. So the video aspect really helps. And basically with this we created just a simple handheld tutorial on how this thing works, popped it in, and how it. So it's a 3-minute, 18-second video, and it's really been popular. So if we come over here to the dashboard, we'll see how many views they've had in the last 30 days. There's been no subscriber changes. We're not really promoting that big time yet. We can come into the video manager. Let's go to the analytics, because that's where we left off before. And what we want to do is we can choose our time period where we want to go. We can see how many views they've had, estimated minutes watched. So this is a nice indicator of how many minutes people are watching your videos. And then down here we breaks it down. 46 views, 41 minutes watched. So it's a very short little video. Almost a minute and a half long, so that tells me people are watching that almost all the way through. And then you can see a lot of different things here, and then you got your demographics of where people are coming from. So it's coming from the YouTube page, embedded, or others. So this would probably be things that are coming in from the Facebook, and then this will be where we've got information from YouTube, directly from YouTube, and then we got the referrals. So there's all kinds of traffic sources here. We can then go into the audience retention. So average view duration is 58 seconds, or about 80% of the video they're watching. So that's pretty high for their standard here. Sometimes it's only about 40 seconds is one of the stats that people will watch a video. So the shorter the better. If you get them really long, and then it's like watching a movie, people will lose interest quickly. So if you keep them pretty short and entertaining, it does its job on building your search engine, and it does well on engaging them, and then asking for the sharing. So we don't have enough data yet to do our demographics. We can look at the locations, so where those are at. Now, embedded players would be, say, if we embedded this video on our PhotoBiz website or something like that. I have several of my schooling stuff on there and various webinars, so we have that in there. And then you can also find out the devices. So now here's an interesting statistic that you have many more views on the mobile, and the duration of the views are a lot longer on the mobile than they are the computer, setting up the computer. So this can kind of tell you what kind of who's watching your videos and where they're watching them at. And mobile is just so important these days, and another reason why I love the HTML5 and everything we have with our website from PhotoBiz, because it just builds credibility when they can access it on the phone. I never get more annoyed than when I go to visit someone's website, because I'm typically on my phone or a tablet of some sort somewhere, and when I can't get the website to work because I'm on the mobile phone, I move on to somebody else. So you can check out your comments, and then we'll go to another video to show the annotations of this. One of the things here is we'll go back over here to all my channels, and then we're going to come into Use Photo Design. And if I want to, we talked about annotations, and the annotations are where they're that aspect of the call to action. Maybe a subscribe to the channel, subscribe to this, and let them do something. Maybe you've got some email opt-ins. You can put a link to an external website. So I'm going to go edit this. Now I'm just going to click edit. And we're in the edit mode of our video. Now we've uploaded it, so the uploads are easy. I can do some color enhancements in here if I want to. We do everything in Adobe Premiere and After Effects, so we pretty much run our video where we want it to be. They also have some audio that you can. They have built-in audio that you can add to your videos if you want to. So if you don't have elements such as royalty-free music of your own, which there's plenty of sources out there for that. But if you don't have that, they have some built in here that are allowed for you to use. They're ad-free, so just feel free to use that. You can actually sync that up. The annotations is something I want to show you, because this is where I've already added them in here. You'll see the timeline is down here. So once you've got your video up, you can choose where you want these annotations to come in. And we will look right in here. Usually the earlier you have them come in, the better. But it pops up a little window inside here. Click to subscribe. And you can see, because we're the admin of this, it tells you, once they click on that, it takes them to youtube.com use the Muse Photo Design. That's the name of our page. That we can customize that name, and that sets us apart. So we set that in there. We put that link inside there. And then what we did here was we put a link in to click to register, so that a person could go right to the PhotoBiz link and right from the video and register for the webinar from the video that I made to promote this. We always have a little bit of fun with all the stuff we try to do. And we just photographed one of our kids' sessions, and so that's why it looks like the blowfish is going to try to get my ear there. But we thought it'd be kind of fun to do this, and then we put the annotation in on that. Now, if I want to edit those annotations, if I want to add one, this is what happens. We can pop up a speech bubble. Maybe you just want to put a smart comment in here. I was watching a tutorial, and the guy had his frame was done wrong when he was doing the screen capture. So he says, yeah, you just click down here and you do this, and and then his comment was, you can see this is really easy. Well, no, we couldn't see. You couldn't see the one key element that he had in Adobe After Effects to make the change. Somebody who was editing the video on here caught that and put a little speech bubble out and said, no, we can't, you idiot. And it was just funny. The whole video was done with funny little things on there. We figured it out later what it was, but it was just little things. So we could just say, we could just add a title, and you'll see it pops in there, and then we could just put in something like this, and we can pop that in. Say you want to put a title into your video. Maybe you don't have crazy photo or video editing software. So you can upload these, from your phone or whatever you're shooting it with, or flip, or maybe it's a GoPro or whatever you choose to create. You can save that. You can pop this title in anywhere you want that to go, and now you'll see it's right here. It lays it on the timeline. We can change the font. We can change. Can't really do much about the color. You got white or black. It's not real super fancy, and then you can change the size. So once we got that in there, we can move this wherever we want to on the timeline. I can move it above this, and I can move it right over that too. So wherever we want that to go, we can bring it right in there. This video is only 22 seconds long, so I can have that come in wherever we want to, and then all I have to do is move the playhead to where I want it at to see it. So if you think you put something on and you can't see it, just make sure you move that playhead down. These are just really fun little things to do. If you want to edit this now, I would have to say publish, so or I could save it, so we could publish that on there. If I want to then add another one, we can add a spotlight, so it gives you a little bubble there. They can click onto that. Maybe I want it to be a note. That gives us this fill color. We can change our fill over here, so we could change that to any color we wanted to. That's a very simple one to put in, gray. Maybe you got something else you'd like to kind of get close to, make it stand out. Maybe we want this to be a label. You can put a label in there, and then that'll come up that way. A whole variety of different types of things you can put in, or just maybe a basic note. So, and I don't really, we'll just take these out. And then if you want to delete that, then all you do is just click on the one you got, highlight that, delete, delete, and then delete. So now there we go. But when we're done and ready to go, we just hit publish. The annotations are then there, and you're good to go. The other things you can go into is, here's more of the music with the creation tools. You want to go into that kind of thing there, and then you can pick any one of these musics and add for free. So it puts a little background music in there. They even have a video editor, so you can drag your videos from your computer into here and drag your audio into there. You could upload it. You can even add, the closed captioning. Add photos right here. You can add photos to your project. So you can do some various different things, and they even have a transition editor in here. So when you've got a couple of clips inside this, you can then drag your color fade or cross blur. You can truly, totally video edit right inside the YouTube channel. So it's not hard to do that, and you can enjoy a little bit of video editing with a free software there. Now, if you get confused, here's where we're at here. We are in good standing with everything. We don't have our sites monetized. They're for our use on, we don't use that. The fan finder, we've got these in here. These are all queued. These are allowed up to 5 videos. So we've added our 5 videos in here, and they play in the queue. So what we do is if we want to revolve these, we can remove them and then pop in another video from our site inside this. So what happens is, when you're watching one of our videos over on here, it starts preparing the next video for it starts preparing the next video to show up. So you'll see here it's suggested by Muse Photo Design. It shows the next video. So then it always leads you in. And one of the things we hope it'll do is get people to stay on our channel longer and view more things. And that's where that will take you. We'll come back over to, oops, now when we're ready to upload, and I hit the wrong button, when we're ready to upload, we can do this. Now here's something else that's really cool. We talked about the live events. You can take your broadcast. We can create a broadcast through the Google Hangout. We can just start right there. We want to go in here. We want to record the video right from our webcam capture. We can do that. If we want to create a photo slideshow, we can just create there. And what it's going to do is it could take from our Google channel. We could actually grab photos from there and put it in here, or we could upload photos. So maybe you just want to upload a bunch of photos and put it in there. Then great, you can upload it right from your computer and create your video right inside YouTube without any real problems or having to have high-dollar video editing software. One of the things I want to remind everybody about is make sure when you're doing video, hold it like a TV, like you watch TV, horizontal, because vertical videos just don't work all that well, and they look really bad when you distort them and pixelate them up here and put them up on top. And if you're going to use photos for video purposes, it's really best to have them be the horizontal style too, so that way you're you're right in the same mold as viewers. There's nothing crazier than watching one go really up and maybe it crops where you don't really want it to be. So come back to the dashboard, and then there's our latest aspect there. Google's pretty cool. They're always trying to find out how to make the experience better, so you can join user study groups. There's always something in there to look for and watch for. One of the other elements I want to show you, let's go here to our settings again. This is where you can create your name. You can add managers to this as well. If you want to do mobile uploads, they give you an email address where you can send them to. And then there's where we have our connected accounts. So we have those connected to Facebook, Twitter, etc. You can connect that. You can connect your TVs if you have a smart TV. It's kind of fun. We watch them from our phone sometimes there with that. And then I'm just going to go back to this. Subscriptions. Here's our subscriptions again. I always suggest subscribing if you want to build your viewership. Subscribing is a good way to others, because it's like you follow me, I'll follow you back. So I guarantee if you go over and follow my channel today, I will follow your channel back as soon as you get one going, or if you've already got one. We'll go back to the analytics for just a moment. We're going to talk here. We can make some comparisons. And you'll see when we go down here on our subscribers, dislikes, demographics, our locations are a little more there. YouTube watch page, so we've got a lot coming in there. And our if you do advertising, you can look at anything, your earnings. If you're really, and a lot of people do, a lot of people utilize this for a way to make money. You can get your earnings reports there. Our traffic sources here, and I'm pretty sure our audience retention isn't as good here. We're at 52% where we were 80% on the Red Barn market. So we're going to have to work on some more engaging stuff for our photo business there, as opposed to what we got. But the Red Barn, we're always doing something fun. The Wet My Plants video is pretty hilarious. It got shared quite a bit and talked about, so it's growing, and we got some more coming to that. So those things are all relative. The more engaging you do, and then with our new channel, Muse Studios, that's where we're going to have all our learning stuff. So as we're doing more speaking around the country again and getting back to this, we're putting some of the frequently asked questions up on that. So we're going to have things about YouTube on there. We're going to have things about Photoshop. We're going to have things about design and some snippets about marketing and other elements of social media. You're going to be able to find those 2 to 3 minute tips in that new Muse Studios element. Plus all the commercials that we're now producing, those are all going to go up on there too, and this way Cedar Valley. So you'll get to see some fun stuff coming there if you subscribe. Now, one of the things, we'll go back to, I got a few more things to talk about in the other elements here, and we'll get back over here and see where this goes next. Well, I've talked about the annotations, so I already hit that up. I wanted to make sure you got that. Annotations, though, basically just to go over them one more time, and text overlays that you can place over your videos. You can create a hotspot inside there, and it just adds a little bit of interactivity to that. Hit the wrong button, and then that's basically what I wanted to say about annotations. They're very important, though, to keep those in there. And then one of the last things we want to do is we want to make sure you get these types of things put into your channel. I can't stress how important it is, to keep all those things connected. And as we know, links add up to a lot of various things for your SEO. So the more of those things you can get connected, and make your web bigger is very key to what you do. But we just love what we have with the video has created for us by putting us up on the first page and the second page of our searches for a variety of different things. So anyway, that leaves us with about 15 minutes, so I hope that covered a few things, and if we have any questions here, we probably can just kind of cover that, and I'll stop talking for a few moments and hope that everybody got a little something here today.
Yeah, well, thanks, Lew, so much for the presentation, man. I think this will definitely help a lot of small businesses, especially photographers, really be able to help engage with their clients and more importantly with their prospect clients.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, we've got a couple questions that we had,
Okay.
so we're definitely going to try to get those answered. First things, what sort of content, as far as focusing on? Let's say I'm a photographer and at my studio, what sort of content should I be focusing on to really engage with my audience?
One of the things that I would think, one is show them what you do. That's one of the things I found out about having been in this photo business for so long, and then seeing so many, the growth of so many new photographers, and one of the things that the veterans always complain about is the new photographers and yada yada yada. Well, sometimes the new photographers are actually telling people what they do all the time. And some of the guys that have been around a long time forget to tell people what they do. We just assume they know what we do, that people in the community know you're a photographer and know you have a photography studio. It's not that there's so many more around. It's just that now we know about them because of so many more new outlets to be found. So I think that the content itself is letting people know what you do, maybe showing the experience, that it's not just photos that you take, it's the fact that you're fun. So we're often shooting videos of us interacting with the clients when we're having fun, when we're laughing, when we're doing silly things. It's sometimes not the actual end product that is as engaging as it is the building of that product. So I think when you can show what you do and what goes into what you do, which then makes it that much different, that sometimes we've even videoed what we do on the retouch end and on the back end, how our product is packaged, how this is done. We have video of the UPS guy delivering a box from the lab, so we have videos of that, cutting it up. That just the fact that it's fun stuff, even like you guys in PhotoBiz are always doing a good job with some of the crazy stuff the staff is doing on Fridays. I remember like the Nerf gun fight one time or something that got out on a video. But those little fun things that add the reality, the realism to it, the more real you can be to people, the more engaging you are. For me anyway, that I find, and I know many others, that it's not all about business. It's not about always sneezing your one message that you sell things. If it's not continually, you don't have to continually broadcast you got something on sale or there's something selling, but broadcast the fact that you're real people. Right. I think that makes it more, like our Wet My Plants video. I'm so excited spring is here, I can wet my plants. And we got people, looks like the little boy is peeing, we got people talking about wetting their plants and a variety of things. So it's just fun. It's one of those things that when that was shared on Facebook, it grew the followers then, that not only did the Facebook page grow, but the Google Plus grew. It brought people into the store because they wanted to see what it was about there. Same way with the popcorn thing. It was just a silly little thing. I was like, I'm just going to do this. And it's my hand going into the microwave, my hand pouring stuff out, me telling about how now I can make non-messy, low-sodium microwave popcorn in less than 4 minutes. And I don't have a whole messy bag to deal with that's full of rotten butter and salt. I can make it seasoned to my desire in my own bowl, you know, and have the right amount and not have to get out the crazy big popcorn maker and coconut oil and everything. But that, like I say, that sold, you know, they sold out of popcorn poppers and had to order more because of the video.
Wow. So it's, I mean, it's obviously a very powerful outlet to be able to, you know, sell something as what seems as so simple as that, but through the power of video, they were able to sell out of it, which is fantastic.
Right. If I just told you I had a microwave popcorn popper, it doesn't sound, you know, it's like, oh, that's cool. You know, I wonder what that is. But now they could see that it was really easy, and that, you know, basically when I sorted through the popcorn, there were 4 kernels that didn't pop. I've never had a popcorn bag not give me, you know, a handful of popcorn kernels that didn't pop, or Old Maids, you know, being the popcorn connoisseur we are here. But, you know, we had somebody buy 40 pounds of popcorn.
They must really like it.
They do, you know, but he had never owned a real popcorn maker. He'd always bought it by the bag. And he goes, well, that looks like a really good thing and very easy to have here at the office. I'll just take a bunch of those, and then I'm going to get some more for the lake house. So, you know, wow.
Yeah,
how easy was that?
That's awesome. Well, we had another question. Someone asked, as far as like behind the scenes thing, you know, as far as video goes, they've been using Instagram and Vine to basically do some behind the scenes stuff. As far as Instagram versus YouTube, and I guess along the same lines as possibly as far as social media goes, is it good to hit both of those up, or maybe focus, oh, hey, Jessica, your senior portraits just came into the studio, keep that for kind of social media like Instagram and then Vine, and then keep more promotional stuff for YouTube? Is that kind of...
Right, and it'd be good to intertwine those. The unfortunate thing about the Instagram videos is they're square. So, you know, and then you have to actually sometimes convert those Instagram videos over to another format so you can make them work in a movie format. But if you could put them into something and then put them on YouTube, maybe you could do a collection of those. You could build yourself a collaborative type template in Adobe Premiere or Photoshop, and then broadcast 3 or 4 of those videos in one and put that on YouTube to show what you do. Instagram is great for that situation you talked about, where, hey, your senior portraits, look at the session we had, and it goes out and shares. People get to see that little bit of a behind-the-scenes thing. But while we do that, too, with our Muse photo design, we then also flip that video camera around, you know, and it's all done by our phone. Now we have another little video camera I use, though, that I really love, is a Zoom Q4. It's got great audio, and it's 1080p high-def video with a nice wide-angle lens. It's a lot of stuff is set up automatically in it, but for something that does things in auto, this thing is dead on almost 98% of the time. I mean, it's just an incredible little thing. They're $300, but they're easy to. They run off an SD card for the memory. You plug it in, and it's basically got 2 focal lengths. You got like 24 millimeter wide, and then about 135 millimeter on the little telephoto it has. But gosh darn it, you can make some really cool stuff just with that little thing behind the scenes, or even with the phones. The phones have great little video aspects too. You don't really need it to be high res for the YouTube anyway, so at 720 it's going to work great. Flip that phone over and just shoot yourself 30 seconds worth of video on each little behind the scenes session while you're doing that thing for Instagram, and then you can culminate that together at the end of the week, you know, and do a weekly post on YouTube to promote yourself and talk about this week's sessions or the highlight a few of the sessions of the week. You could even turn that into a game on Facebook. Who's going to be our highlight? Who's going to make the video reel this week? Vote on whatever, and maybe you do that with Instagram. You vote on who gets the most popular video in Instagram for the week with the most likes or whatever, and or even a repost type thing with the repost app, and then you could possibly then take those little things and make them a highlight snippet. So
yeah, that's a great idea.
Way to engage it there and turn it into a contest. Who's going to make the highlight reel? But yeah, always trying to produce stuff. Some of the stuff we've been doing requires a little bit more, like storylines and plot layout and other stuff, like with Wet My Plants. How many people can we get here, and what are we going to do? That's actually going to grow into a bigger one. So we've got people lined up around various areas with fire hoses and whatnot for this project. But it's out there, so you can really do that. And then, like I say, it builds your SEO. So that, in the end, makes a bigger thing. That'll make a bigger impact than your Instagram will, but the Instagram has the followers and the engagement. So you kind of need both. I know it's awful to say there's one more thing we got to add to what we do every day. But, it is what it is, and these days, if it weren't viable, your big box stores wouldn't be on it like they are. So
exactly, that's a great point.
They're there.
Right. Well, we had another question come in. They basically just let us know that they really use Vimeo to host all their video. What's the primary benefit to switching and maybe going with YouTube compared to Vimeo?
YouTube is free, and YouTube is the second largest search engine next to Google. Whereas
probably a good reason.
Vimeo isn't. That's a very good reason. Yep. And that's why I don't. Vimeo we do use. I'm not going to say we don't, but we have a paid subscription there for some of the stuff that goes up that people subscribe to. And there's a reason why I have that there, because one, they didn't have enough subscribers to do the paid content, and that's fine. But we wanted to build search engine viability for us, and so that's why we post it. We post it where we do with YouTube, so other people can find us. And it was basically to move our search engine of our website up.
Right.
So that way we own the first 2 pages.
Gotcha.
And that's what we wanted to do. We couldn't do that with the other.
Well, we have another question through. Someone wanted to know what was the most. What video did you get the most engagement from, as far as from clients?
Well, since we have so many different, we had one who was a young boy. We did a senior session. He was very social savvy, and so he shared it, and his mom shared it, and then he shared it and shared it again, and he had a group of people that shared it, and so it went, 117 views in just, a couple hours. So it was more popular. No, nothing any better. I mean, it wasn't like it was an any better video. As far as a successful video, the popcorn video has been good because it sold stuff right away. So I look at, did all the views do me any good for the element of people seeing it and coming to us? No, we didn't really book any more sessions. But each and every video that I've posted is now, when we do one of our searches from Google for photographers in our area, that entire second page and 4 out of the 6 slots on the first page are us and our Twitter, our website, and then our YouTube channel. All our YouTube videos are next. So if someone's looking for something, a photographer, it kind of says who do you want to go to, when they're the one that's everything. And we're not paying for any of that placement. So they've all been very successful in many ways for achieving various goals. So you really have to set out what you want to do. What are your goals for this channel? But we're new. Basically, we're new. It was taking one company, Cooper Image Design, and making it a new one. So when you change your name like that, it becomes something brand new. It's just like starting over. You take something that's been there for 13 years and suddenly it's gone. We had to fight to get back. So it was like being, starting a brand new business. So our goals were to land that way, and then with the Red Barn Market, it was to sell products. So basically, that couple of those videos, the tutorials, have been really that type of thing. So testimonials are great too. We do some of these videos. So if you have video testimonials, you can do of student, if you're a photographer or anything you do, if you can have someone come in and give you a video testimonial, it just seems to add that much more credibility when people can put a face with that. I believe in this company, I trusted them for this because yada yada yada. That really works. So.
Gotcha. Well, Lew, we just want to say thank you so much, man, for really this awesome webinar all about YouTube. I really think this will be a great opportunity for people to dive in to use video to really market their businesses more. So we definitely just want to thank you. And if someone wants to follow you, you've got a couple of things up here on screen. What's the best way for them to reach you?
Yeah, at Lew Crew or Lew Everling at Lew Crew on Twitter or at Lew Everling. Either one is fine. And then my Facebook page is just the Lewbie, so you can find me on Facebook too, or subscribe to any one of our Muse Photo Design or our new Muse Studios channels there on YouTube. Yeah. We're going to ramp that up. Like I say, we're getting back more into some of the teaching things, and I've combined all the questions we've had in a lot of areas, and so we're working on creating the content and the screen captures and the screen flow videos. As everybody knows, creating a video is not that easy all the time, so it takes up some space. So we actually had to ramp up a new computer in here to process video with. So, but yeah, I would love to have you follow me, and and I want to thank PhotoBiz for such an awesome everything you guys do, and being a part of what you're doing. I feel right at home with you guys. So.
Well, we definitely appreciate it, man, and the feeling is very mutual. But thanks, Lew, so much today, and for everyone out there watching, thank you so much for joining.